Hey, you guys. I am just about to start a week, well, not quite a week, but like 5 days of being kid free because Carter has gone with his dad for a vacation week. So, which is really good because I've got two essays and two exams coming up in the next 2 weeks, and I haven't even started the essays. So, I do need the time alone to sort of be able to focus on that, which is going to be great. But we did have a bit of a meltdown. Carter had a bit of a meltdown before we were getting ready to leave today because he didn't want to go to his dad's. He didn't want to leave me. He was feeling like he was going to miss me, like that sort of thing. And so we had to have a little bit of a talk there. And I mean, just like, unless you have a child with behavioral issues, you don't understand what it's like to feel like loved and hated at the same time. And when they go through these meltdowns, it's exhausting and sometimes hurtful. Sometimes Carter says really hurtful things, and I know he doesn't mean them, but they come out that way. And I guess it's like being in an abusive relationship all the time. It really is. It's probably why I have the majority of my gray hair. But I think it's important that people know that if you were in a relationship with like this and with your child and they have behavioral issues, they react really negatively during times of anxiety or having meltdowns, it's normal. And you have to learn to manage your own feelings about that, because what they're saying to you and how they actually feel are two completely different things. My boy is just the sweetest boy ever, but in times of anger, he's told me, I mean, like going from when he was 3, I'm not his friend anymore. I am not coming to his birthday party. I am not invited to his birthday party. And then recently, I'm going to find a new mother. It's okay if I die, and he won't even come to my funeral. Like some pretty bad stuff. But you have to sort of, as the parent, check your feelings at the door. Because if you allow yourself to get personally hurt by the nonsense that comes out of their mouth when they're upset, then that is not helpful. One of the things I used to say to my ex-husband before we got divorced was that our job as parents is that when they are up here, you're not to try and come here. Your job, when they're up here, is to pull them down. And by reacting to what they say to you, you're one-upping them. And this isn't a regular kid, don't forget. They're just going to keep going up and up and up and up. So it's important to make sure that you are the ground. You are the person that pulls them back down. And you cannot hold what they say against you during, like, you can't hold against them what they say to you during that time. You can't, because you will create your own toxic relationship with your kid. So yeah, a lot of the time it kind of feels like an abusive relationship. He's going to treat me like garbage, and then like 20 minutes later, he's going to give me love and cuddles and hugs and squish my arms and tell me that he loves me. Even though he's just, told me he wishes I was dead. We have to remember that those dramatic responses that they have when they're 3, my ASD kid is still having now at almost 10. And you may have similar stories yourself, but you just need to put it into perspective that I always just remind myself that he may be 10, but his reactions to a lot of things and how he deals with it, his emotional regulation, all of that is at like kindergarten level. So I remind myself to think about it like I would if he were still in kindergarten. I would not guilt him for how he's talking. I would not try and one-up him if he was in kindergarten. I would pull him back down and I would comfort him. So, that is what I did this afternoon to get him out the door with his dad so that I could have a week to study and write my papers. But it's still exhausting. So my final thing that I can say to you guys tonight is to look for supports around you, for people that you can even just vent to. And if you don't have people that sort of get the situation, sometimes even your own family doesn't get it. If you don't have a community or tribe of moms or something like that to go to, you can try writing. A lot of people find writing very cathartic. You can try to search for some online forums, although sometimes those can be a little toxic and judgy, so just be careful. And message me. You can always message me, because I will promise you that any threat your child has put on you, I've heard it, and I'm still standing. Have a great night, everybody.